Like I planned any of this. Tournament is always standard. Yeah. We're the tournament on Sunday. If people didn't know about it, we are running a next Take Our Money series event on Sunday. It's free to enter as always. ! Tournament in chat will bring that up for you. We've doubled the prize pool this time, $100 US dollars for first place, and the three of us will be playing. So if you want to sign up for that, check in the thing. You meant the challenge.
Yeah. This hand looks good. We keep these all day. I don't know. It looks like a standard deck. We keep.
Yeah, that one's pretty close to a standard deck. This hand is really slow. I don't have anything until turn 4 unless I scry into it. But it does have one untapped land, which is actually incredibly important to have because you can pick your turn 3 or turn 4. I'm going to keep this just because it goes so over the top, and that Lurrus deck is like pretty grindy, so the game might go a bit longer. That's not really what we needed.
Shansky's cold calling it, saying he's coming to take more money this weekend over my cold dead body.
Yeah, I think that's the plan. That is how we'd lose.
This is a lot of cats.
Meow, meow, meow.
I have enough lands. Yeah, so I'm just hoping that Adam doesn't have like too strong of a start. Already I'm taking 3 per turn, probably more. And I don't really have a way to deal with it in hand, so we're just hoping we get out of this.
It's NC with the resub. Thank you very much. Says Historic seems sweet. Excited to see some decks and try it out myself. Yeah, it's honestly, I've been having a ton of fun playing Historic. It's really great. It's a really great format. But
yeah, format's been a lot of fun.
The format might look entirely different on Monday. That's when the next ban announcement is, right?
Yeah, and they said they're going to target specifically standard and historic.
Exactly. And talk about companions, so maybe changing how that mechanic works entirely. So that'll be really interesting.
Yeah, it seems like that's going to happen for sure, just because they said address the mechanic. So to me, that means a really strange move forward for Magic rule systems and changes.
Yeah. Oh, lost Cam's side of the match. One sec.
Oh, yeah. I was opening up a Twitch chat.
There we go. Crimson's asking, are deck lists anywhere? We'll post all of the deck lists in our Discord right after we're done here. If you are a member, if you aren't a member of the Discord, ! Tournament in chat. We'll link you to the MTG Melee page, and there is a link to get in on that page.
All right, so my plan here is to circuitous route this turn so that next turn I can play field, get a zombie, play Golos, get another zombie. But I really want a Genesis Ultimatum to try and hit fires and find a fairy, because that's my only way to gain life is out of the sideboard. And otherwise these cats are going to kill me. But I have to shock this in and do this.
P. Sam saying, with any luck, we'll see a lot of standard bans. I'm sure we'll talk about it a decent amount on the podcast this week, but there are definitely a lot of different ways they can approach the standard bans. I think there's arguments for a handful of different cards.
I think we just kill him here.
Am I dead now? I go to 4. I get pinged twice.
No, he lives. How do we want to do this, though?
But I don't see a way I can gain life in time before you untap and ping me twice again, so...
Just thinking about how I want to play this.
P. Sam's. Teferi, Fires, Wreck, what else? Honestly, I don't think Reclamation is on the chopping block. I think there's a very good argument for Fires of Invention. Teferi has been in constant consideration, I think, for a very long time. I do think the most realistic one is probably Fires or Teferi, I'd say. Toaster saying Fires, Agent, Teferi are on the block.
Yeah, I mean, those are the cards that everyone's kind of getting tired of playing against, so
Yeah.
I would be quite happy if Fires went, just because it feels like it should rotate, but whenever anyone mentions that, then they remember that it's from Eldraine and it's still here for like another year.
Yeah, without a ban, it's not going anywhere for a while.
All right, so I had a 1 of Plaza of Harmony in my new mana base for situations like this. Maybe the 3 life buys me enough time, but probably not. Yeah, that's a good point, Wappa. If Agent goes, then Luca and Winota lose a lot of their power. I mean, they might find something else huge to put into play, and it means that there's sort of a risk that big things printed could cause problems, but... All right, well... I don't have really any way to gain any life, which makes me think I'm dead to these cats and these priests. So I guess
Does
we just have
Ultimatum
to see
gain
what
life?
happens.
Oh, no, it doesn't. That's the other one.
No, not Genesis. That's the... Yeah. All right, well, this is just a bunch of lands. So we're going to make a bunch of zombies.
That's a lot of zombies.
And then we're going to die.
That's also the plan.
P. Sam says ban everything until Smork is good.
I mean, there's a pretty good argument to that. Like, I think the best standards we've talked about this tons, have always had mono red decks and like aggressive decks be viable.
Mm-hmm.
It's like usually the sign of a pretty healthy format if like plastic bag mono red can win games.
Yeah, it's like fair and fast. And if that strategy is good, it means that, you know, other people aren't doing anything too degenerate. Attack me with Lurrus, I won't block.
Wappa says best standards have had Nexus of Fate be legal, TBH. I don't think you're allowed to comment anymore, my friend. Sorry.
I don't know. I kind of liked it. Playing it in paper was miserable, but I liked playing it online.
Yeah, we were playing it like day one with Tamio before everyone like really knew what was going on, and they just tap out and let you do what you wanted.
Yeah, it was amazing. I used to, like in the first couple weeks of that format, I just played so much Nexus. It was so much fun. And then Teferi 3 came along, and
Yeah.
Remedy saying
All right.
plastic bag mono red. Did I just get a shout out? Probably.
Well, I used to, so like at Wizards Tower, sponsors of this podcast, I used to on occasion have just I can't remember what format it was, but I had like a tier 1 mono red deck just unsleeved in a sandwich bag that I'd keep in my bag in case someone needed to borrow a deck or something like that. Anyway, that's what I call plastic bag mono red. But mono red was viable, and it felt good to like, you know, get people with your like ratchet cards. Speaking of ratchet cards, I'm gonna bring this ratchet bomb.
Yeah, it's really good against the zombies, especially with Lurrus. To anyone who is wondering, this is the updated list. You can see I've made some changes main and side, so sorry about the inaccuracies a while ago. But a big inclusion to the sideboard. Okay, so like when you're playing Fae of Wishes, Stelly has made this joke in the past. Because of so many one-ofs in your sideboard, you don't really have that many options in between games. Like you never bring in any of these one-ofs. They'd be too inconsistent, and then you can't wish for them. So really the only 5 cards in this sideboard are Mystical Dispute and Gates Ablaze. And the Gates Ablaze I added because I was losing games like that, where Storm's Wrath wasn't quick enough, or I wasn't finding a Storm's Wrath. So I'm going to bring in, I think, just those, cutting some of the huge stuff, such as Ulamog and 1 Genesis Ultimatum.
Remedy said he played mono red in a plastic bag in the first Wizard Tower Invitational, literally in the plastic bag. Dude, you love to see that.
You absolutely love to see it. Okay, so I'm going to bring in these 2 drill bits. I didn't know if he's shaving on Ulamogs, and I'm going to board as if he didn't. I bring in 2 Cinder Vines. It tags Golos, and I feel like there's a lot of creatures spells if the game goes long I can like ping them off with. But yeah, the fact it tags fires, it tags Golos, does a lot of work. I boarded out 4 Claim the Firstborn. I just don't think stealing a 2/2 zombie matters. So that was my sideboard plan. Not sure if I want the 3rd drill bit. I think it could be pretty good actually, so maybe I do, and I cut something else. I could see cutting one of these if the game goes long. We probably don't need all 4 Croxes, so let's try this.
All right, I will play first. This hand sucks.
Oof.
I'm going to mulligan.
I mean, this hand's fine, I guess. It's like probably pretty grindy. I'm not convinced that's where we want to be, but this is the kind of hand that, hey, maybe if we get Ulamog, like we'll just have more resources by that point, you know? We'll figure out a way to kill the indestructible creature that we have no removal for. Let's get it.
Yeah, this hand's fine. It still isn't like super quick, but it has an untapped 3rd land for my 3-drop, which will sort of fuel the rest of the strategy. And do some scrying in the meantime. This I think we don't want. We're just looking for lands. So I'm going to bottom that Fey Wishes.
Okay, well, we don't want to see that
fires
off the top, but what are you going to do? I'm just going to get hungry and eat some food.
This we're going to keep on top.
Just going to play the goose here too. Am I? I think I am, because potentially we play this next turn, which turns this on, and then we start doing stuff. Having more mana seems fine. I don't know. I hate just losing a food with trail out with no value, but I think it's fine.
Yeah, it's food neutral, right? Because you get another one.
Yeah, for sure. Come on, whiff.
It's not a whiff. The card I want to take is Gateway Plaza, but I can't pay for it.
You'll love to see it.
I'm going to gain a life.
This is interesting. I think I just lead on this. Start trying to get stuff in our bin. Okay, like Ratchet Bomb. That's really good. Play this.
The Binding of the Titans is a real interesting one.
It seems insane in this deck.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that it hasn't seen any standard play so far.
So in our set review, when the spoilers came out, it was a card that I actually thought would see play. I was wrong, but I think the power level's here on this card.
Mm-hmm. Obviously very, very good with Lurrus.
Mm-hmm. There might be a way to make it work in standard, honestly. All right, let's eat some food, I think, here. Lead at least one.
A lot of the cards you're playing with here are standard legal cards. I just don't know if standard is in a place to support grindy decks.
Yeah, that's part of the issue.
Something I want to mention, a change I made from the list I took out of our Discord, is I swapped Arboreal Grazers for Elvish Rejuvenator. I was finding that these Field of the Dead decks play the game long enough that sort of velocity isn't as important, and instead Rejuvenator being able to find a land out of your library and not having to draw it some other way made it seem much better. And you can usually have like a land untapped on 3 or like on 3, and then it bridges you into 4. Where Grazer, I was getting stuck with 3 lands only.
Yeah, that makes sense. again, just going to fill the bin, see if we can do anything with this Croxo. We'll probably sack this food end of turn as well. Just to continue hunting for some gasoline.
P-Sams makes a good point. Small incremental advantage doesn't play in standard right now when you just get to make these comically over-the-top plays. Very true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everything's a haymaker. It's just a massive arms race, but it's not a fair mid-range arms race. It's just like combo and Protean Hulks or whatever.
Take one. He saw it.
Yeah. Now what? Now what? If I got it here. I mean, all right. Come on.
All right, so this is pretty good for me. I'm still at 18. Adam is setting up a lot of resources, but I also have a lot of resources. I'd imagine he won't be able to remove Golos, and I can start spinning next turn if I want.
I should have got a bird. I wasn't thinking. I just thought this was funny, but I should have got a bird from the bin. There's one in there, right? Yeah, I definitely should have cooked up a bird.
Toaster's asking what's stopping people from running Jeskai Fires in Historic. Absolutely nothing. It's very popular.
Yeah, for sure.
He says you haven't seen it on ladder at all. You are a lucky man. I play against Jeskai Lord. You are in a lot, I find.
That's right. Oh, God, this Golos spin. You got to spin to win.
Yeah, I mean, I have no cards. You made me discard them all.
Well, it's going to be some zombies, I guess.
Yep, that's what that is. All right, we'll game away.
This is okay.
Cast this.
Yep.
I have a land untapped, so now I can get my Plaza.
Do we block with this supplier here? I think we just take 3. I don't think it matters. But this can put, like, this will put more people in the bin, which then binding's gonna pop. So I think we block.
At this point, I have to start attacking to use my zombies. So even though the Stitcher supplier dies, like, he's milled himself so much that I feel like those 3 extra cards are sort of just piling onto an already infinite amount of resources. So
this time we'll not make the same mistake, and we'll get a bird. And we get the sweet grindy play here.
Nice.
My zombies. All right.
Ooh.
What do I want to do here? Ideally, I want to eventually find a Fae of Wishes, so I can Ruinous Ultimatum at him.
Please, sir. No.
But I also need a Fires to do that because I don't think this mana base is capable of casting it otherwise.
You might have it right now, right? It's triple white, red, red, black.
Yeah, I only have double white at the moment.
You just need one white source.
Well,
I don't think I can make enough white and black at the same time because of my Orzhov Guildgate.
Yeah, I'm just looking right now. Yeah, no, there's no way. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think it's possible. So,
well, how many plazas do you have?
Just one.
Oh, okay.
It's all one ofs and then 4 field, the classic.
Yeah.
So I do have this card in my hand, but while this Golos is here, and for the reasons of which cards I'm looking for, I think I just want to spin Golos until it gets removed. But at the same time, yeah, I'm just going to spin Golos. Like, if I cast the Genesis Ultimatum in my hand, it's likely to just make a bunch of zombies that get ratchet bombed.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's step 1.
No, the fires. You fool, you should have attacked first and then played the land afterwards to have zombies.
Yeah, that's true. All right. I'll attack.
Okay.
Yeah. Bloodbraid saying spinning Golos and hitting fires seems like a big deal since it lets you cast Genesis if you want still.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Since I haven't cast any spells yet, this fires will be my first. And now I can do this.
Yeah, come on. Make it
Um,
stop.
So I'm going to put this forest into play only, because I want to keep this Fae of Wishes in my hand.
I think we got to do this because I don't know if it even matters. How do we? Oh, this is so awkward. Hold on. But that doesn't do anything.
What are you trying to do?
I'm just deciding what I want to do.
P. Sam's asking if there's a reason that this isn't a Yorion Golos deck. I don't know. Maybe it's good as Yorion. You don't really have that many permanents that you want to flicker other than Golos itself. But I have to discard a card here. I'm going to get rid of this circuitous route. But I guess the real reason I haven't explored Yorion is, as I mentioned, I was changing the deck list like 10 minutes before we started, so I just didn't get time to think about it. All right.
All right,
my
we're
fires
just,
are gone.
I mean, we're just never beating this Golos, but you being able to just play cards you normally can't cast with this mana base is probably like a safer bet, but I don't think it matters.
Yeah, so this Ratchet Bomb is cutting me off my zombies, which is my main win con. So what I'm going to do here is go and get a Graph Digger's Cage.
We've seen
All
enough. All right, well, I can't grind you out. That's becoming clear. I don't think this card's good enough to bring in, right? Maybe it is.
I mean, I'm assuming it's in the sideboard for a matchup like this, so...
Yeah, I just don't think it's good.
I'm not changing anything.
Might be better than the Weaponize the monsters. Weaponize feels like it's good in other creature matchups, and this seems like it might be a little too slow.
I just feel like it's a way to win past zombies, right?
Mm-hmm.
This card, like, I just don't feel like it's going to matter. Maybe it does, but I just don't buy it.
You're talking about Ratchet Bomb?
No, because of Ratchet Bomb, I don't think Alpine Moon matters.
Oh, I see.
I got a maul.
This
If this was an
so...
untapped land, I'd snap this off.
This hand is so ugly, but like I'm tempted to keep. Just be, I don't know. I'm on the draw.
I agree, it's very ugly.
Do you agree it's tempting?
No, it's not.
Okay, I'll maul. All right, this hand is much more functional.
Wow.
Yeah, this is
London Mall. Incredible. Ship back your bad sevens, get a better 7.
I'm going to get rid of one of my growth spirals because I don't need it to curve out.
Gonna have a weird curve here, a real non-aggressive curve, but hopefully we can do something with it.
The first hand had a Storm's Wrath, and it had an untapped land, which is important, so that like if you draw things, like it had double red and a Storm's Wrath, which could clean up the board enough to buy me time to like play that Golos. If I find any green source, then like, and there's a lot of green sources, then I can Growth Spiral. Just the fact that it had double red and Storm's Wrath and a land such that I could probably play Storm's Wrath on 4, that's what was tempting me. And I was on the draw to find what I needed. Yeah, Cinder Vines.
Take one.
That can stay on top.
Okay, that's pretty good. We needed that. It's the little victories, you know? I kind of hate playing this naked, but I think here we don't really have a choice. Oh, we could go for the high roll and just try and hit a cat. That might actually be better. I hate to see that.
Nice.
An
uncastable drill bit is a good drill bit. All right, we're going to play this fires so that it gets destroyed, so I stop taking one from Cindervines.
Do we kill it?
And then I'm going to cast Rejuvenator before it dies.
Do we kill the fires? Or do we go for the damage?
Doesn't it do 2 to me? Oh, I see what you're saying. The damage over time.
Yeah.
I feel like as the game goes longer, the damage from the Cindervines becomes less impactful because of a single spell like Genesis Ultimatum being so swingy and I only get pinged for 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to kill it. I can't just give you 10 mana next turn. Well, more, but...
Yep.
Okay, that's a good draw. So we can serve here. Cool if he blocks or not. We don't really care either way.
Yeah, so there's no resources in the graveyard currently, and I'm at 14, so I'm just going to not block.
All right, let's play this cat. And I think we just get the trail online.
That was an all right draw. Get a second fires going.
Ah, that sucks. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, this is a pretty good turn. Golos is going to go get a field. It's not active yet, but it will be active shortly. Getting field active here, I think, is more important than getting Golos. Well, maybe getting Golos online is... No, I think I have to get field here because I'm 2 lands off of being able to spin with Golos, which Golos can't do itself. And field is going to do more in the meantime.
I think we do this and potentially threaten getting the... Yeah. Well, first things first, let's attack.
Yeah, now that I'm down to 11, this is the sort of game where, like, since I can't spin Golos, and I don't have much going on in hand, if I whiff for a couple turns, I can get ground out here by, like, Croxas and Cats, so I have to start blocking.
Yeah, we're cool with this. So here we get to get some extra damage in by playing our cat off the Lurrus, and then we can still sack it.
Well, that was a really good draw. All right. Gonna use this to get our Golos online. Oh, I can go get Gateway Plaza. Make some bunch of zombies. Use my field to pay 1 for the Gateway Plaza. Now that I actually have enough gates, I want to get rid of this Lurrus.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, loses my zombies I just made, but if I attack with Golos, it just gets hit by, or blocked by Cat, so... That would make it do 2 damage to me instead of 1.
Hmm. All right. Well, I think our only way to win here is to just chip with cats and everything else. I don't really like this. Can get back to Lurrus eventually, but I mean, I think it's probably too slow.
Yeah, I think this game's just going to come down to how good my Golos spins are.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, we're kind of just at the mercy of spin to win. The classic tale of constructed Magic for the last few years.
Yeah. All right, that was pretty good.
It's pretty bad for me.
Yeah. I guess I'm just going to start with this Genesis Ultimatum.
Yikes.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty reasonable spin, I'd say.
Yeah, go get another field. Play this land. And then I'm going to Granted for... Well, okay, so I know exactly how many resources he has. He gets one draw. I know there's only Croxes in the graveyard. So he probably can't deal with this fires. So I'm just going to get the preemptive Ruinous Ultimatum.
Yep.
Shaneski.
And hopefully
can
that
I
ends it
just
next
say,
turn.
yuck. Yeah, Adam pretty much on drill bit or bust here.
Can I stay in this game through a Ruinous Blast?
I mean, I hope not, but...
I almost hit decline just to concede. That's how rough things are out here, Cam.
Not looking great.
You want to discard that Ruinous Blast for me?
I'm going to try very hard not to misclick, and I'm going to discard a Growth Spiral.
Rats. Yeah, I got no way out on the next two turn. No, there's no way.
Yeah, you're not dead immediately, but you can't.
Yeah, but I have no
Almost.
outs over the next two draws.
Yeah.